Hello sports fans. It is me, False Worshipper 67. Today I would like to tell about the story of the rivalry between the Akrotiri Idle Pigs and the Hatchetfield Nighthawks, not those ones. This rivalry involves the story of course of Tadball legend Gerald and his heroic sacrifice. The game started like any other. Gerald was a line pun for the Idle Pigs, not a typical position from which see hero emerge. Today, however, Gerald was not a fear. At the tail end of the second half, the Idle Pigs were faltering by 2 points, with the ball firmly in their territory. The Nighthawks had possession, and things were seen dire. This of course is the time when a hero appears. Gerald did what was expected of him, as he ran Linnipone, and ran to the cage. Now, in the modern today, the cage is of course populated by a powerful machine intelligence facsimile of an Alaskan grizzly bear, inhabiting an animatronic body designed to not harm players. However, back in the day this was not the case. In the day, the cage would contain a real live grizzly bear. This would eventually be outlawed when Taddy took over as commissioner of Tadball in 1972, in which he cited the very incident that did about to occur. Gerald opens the cage in order to free the bear, a maneuver designed to cause chaos, and maybe make the Quarter King drop the ball. However, at this time the bears were captured by the commissioner himself, a dangerous policy put in place by the commissioner of the day, Cruel Bastardman. In this instance, Commish Bastardman make a terrible mistake. He had not captured an Alaskan grizzly bear, but in fact a Soviet warlock named Vladislav the Rude. Vladislav, in an act of vindictive rage, confused the brave Linnipone with his captor, and cast terrible level 16 spell turn you into stone bitch, instantly petrifying sweet Gerald in a grim mask of pure stony terror. To make matter worse, due to a complex series of corporate mergers, visa, powerful curses, and astrological bad luck, Vladislav mere moments later became the owner of the Hatchetfield Nighthawk, not that one organization, which he still is to this day, as an immortal warlock who turned a bear. Taddy was in the stand that day, and right then and there she swore that, if ever he were elected as commissioner, she would outlaw real bears and had a rule saying there must be statue of Gerald in all Tadball fields. Abnewig Idle Pigs maintain the original Gerard in his terrible stormy visage. Taddy was elected the big head of the game a mere 47 years later, and since the game is named after whoever has got the phone to the upstairs, the game is now Tadball. Vladislav remained the owner of the Hatchetfield Nighthawks, not those ones, where he has managed the team into 98 consecutive championships in the Wump Bowl. Gerald still in the Idle Pigs home stadium in Akrotiri, still petrified into solid stone. Many a pig fan has done a science at him in order to try and save him, but still he is stoned, frowning face. The Idle Pigs organization has swore vengeance against Vladislav and the Nighthawks, who they've lost to in every matchup they've had for the past 100 years, ever since Gerard was brutally petrified in an act of sorcerous cruelty. However, this year, the big game was very competitive for the first time since 1928. The Wump Bowl is set already to feature these two bitter rivals competing once again for the Wump Trophy. Will the Idle Pigs complete their revenge and stop the Nighthawk dynasty? Or will Hatchetfield complete the century? Tune in the December the 24th to find out, sport fans.